Bitcoin and Ethereum, what's his next move? Let's find out in the charts here, shall we? Well, Bitcoin is, tightening up on the bands here, right? We've been like trading sideways. Which way it's going to break out? Is it going to go higher? Is it going to go lower? We're going to talk about that and more in today's episode. Mostly, because, there's people out there saying that crypto doesn't exist. I'm like, what? Crypto doesn't exist. Well, we're going to talk about that in my news read. So make sure you stay tuned for the news read because it's going to be lots of fun. As always here, my name is Da Vinci. I'm here back in Dubai, staying alive, 5x5 in the pipe, 5x5. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here. Make sure you hit the like, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And yeah, we're going to be talking about what we always talk about here, Bitcoin and Ethereum and the crypto space. What's going on and, how to trade, how to survive and so forth. Okay. So, all right. With that said, remember that OKX actually is doing from the 25th on to the January 15th, a Christmas celebration where you can get up to $40,000 as trading bonus. There's also plus $9,000 in prizes, right? If you join, using my link, this link below, right? If you use this link, you can join and be part of the $40,000 deposit bonus, up to $40,000 in deposit bonus, if you're interested, right? So, make sure you head over and get that $40,000 in trading bonus. That's a lot of money. All right, so on to what's going on with Bitcoin, man? Jesus, oh my goodness. Well, it's like a stable coin. Oh. Man, how many times I've heard that? I remember back when Bitcoin was around $100, and I have to say they were saying that it was a stable coin back then. I'm like, wow, redonkulous actually. But anyways, it's still we can see that this looks like almost like it's stabilized here at the 16.8. I mean, every time I looked at it, it was like 16,800 as I was in Tulum. So yeah, nothing was going on. We can see that we haven't broken down heavily. So to get me in on the trade, last trade that I have, the last position I was looking to get in at the lower 429. Bitcoin doesn't seem to want to give me that buy looks like we were trying to break out here on the 4 hour. Let's take a look at this on the hourly. It is not good. This might be a failed move equals fast move in the opposite direction. So yes, this looks like that. So we could end up coming right back down, or worse, breaking down even further. So let's just see what happens in the next little while. This is a very slow movement, so I don't expect this breakout to be a real breakout in Bitcoin. So be careful. Don't think this looks like a big trap for the bulls. So be careful of that. With that said, does that mean that Bitcoin could break down and break this the 16,350 level and then go straight down? That's a possibility. I think we should really consider if Bitcoin does break below, unfortunately. Let's see here. I think we should I think I should close my trade actually, because honestly, if Bitcoin does break this level here, 16,565, that is not good. Not good at all. We could see that Bitcoin could break down much further after that level is broken. So that's a key level that Bitcoin has to hold. So we can't say, I have to say that my trade here has to be canceled actually. So I'm thinking about, and then my open position should be closed sometime today. So I'm going to raise the stop loss to exactly where I got in the entry, or like a little bit, maybe a little bit lower. Okay, stop loss trigger, stop loss trigger price will be approximately 16,811 minus 1%. This is all right. And it'll just be market, stop loss, right? And quantity will be 100% that I'm going to be closing. And there it is, confirm. Now my position will be closed if we break down, because this is not a good sign for Bitcoin to continue higher because of the slowness of the move, basically. Alrighty, that's just the way the ball bounces. Okay, so let's move on to Ethereum. Before we do, if you're interested in trading but don't want to risk your capital, because it's always like ups and downs. You don't want to go through this craziness. You can do so by using mmc.davincij15, and for free, they'll give you a free 2-week trial, or actually it's 1 week, 1 week trial, right? Where you can see how this thing can make some serious cash, right? You can see people are using it and people are doing well. This guy withdrew the money and now it started pumping back up really fast, which is impressive, right? But again, he's taking a higher risk than the most people here as well. Ethereum, it's a little bit more positive, right? Ethereum is like hammering the resistance level at the top there at the $1,222. $1,222 seems to be the key factor for Ethereum. If we can close a 4-hour candle above that, that would be awesome for Ethereum and for it to break higher. There was clearly an easy buying opportunity that we missed here. You can see it broke down and it just bounced right back up in the last little while. So this could be, if we're looking at Ethereum, it looks like it did the opposite of what Bitcoin did, where this was the failed move and this is a fast move in the opposite direction. So that's pretty interesting. And let's see what happens in the next little while, because if this thing breaks higher, I think Bitcoin's gonna go higher as well. So right, while now Bitcoin doesn't look so good, Ethereum looks great, tastes great, and probably going to break higher. So that means that this could be a real move in Bitcoin, and we could see a pump higher. Now that we have a little bit more confirmation somewhere else on this particular move, because it was like really slow, and I don't like it when the move's slow. But this, even though this is slower, you can see we're just like hammering that resistance, and we are going to probably break it. Because if you test the resistance more often, it means that we're probably going to break it. Okay, I'm doing this live, right? So make sure you sign up at DaVinciJ15.com if you want to see this live, and also see what I'm trading in the group. So make sure you be a part of my own private group. Also, check out NFT Shields, right? Where you could show off your NFTs, and there's large amounts of NFTs projects that are being listed here. So make sure you check that out, and maybe you can find the next golden nugget of NFTs that are out there. All right, so before we go on to the news, I want to just quickly go over this dominance. You can see that this is the alts are being crushed. This is normal for around this time. This is the tax loss selling season. You can see the W here, and then boom, right up to the 42 percentage, and I called it a couple weeks ago, right? We saw looks like a W, looks like we're heading there, and boom, that's where we headed. And look at that, the not much wins here, just a lot of red, which actually we could start looking to shop around now. I think now is the time to start shopping for your alts, because everything is discounted well. So this is where I'm going to be shopping for my alts. So make sure that you join at DaVinciJ15.com to see what alts I'm going to be buying. I want to take a look at the bigger picture of Bitcoin before I get onto the news. You can see Bitcoin rate is a little bit low, but this green area represents a buying area. And anything below that is like a super buy, right? Because again, this is where usually institutions should be buying here. And right now it's below that level. So I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin decides to come back and get back into this green level and get back into the 20K level sometime either before the end of this year or next year, because early next year. So maybe in January we'll see it back at 20K. because Bitcoin has really seriously bottomed here. You can see this purple line, I think, is a 365-day moving average. It's like really up against it, which I don't think Bitcoin, even though we don't have a long enough data point for 365, well, that's for daily, so it's really not useful on a weekly. But anyway, so that was the weekly. Let's just go to daily. We're probably well below that, actually. Yeah, we are well below the 365-day. And the 200-day is like we're coming up, so maybe Bitcoin can actually get back up to the 200 period moving average, and that would indicate that we're now in positive territory. But I really think the Bitcoin has come close to a bottom, and so if we come down to the 12,000, it's going to be a sharp bottom, meaning that we're just going to go boom and back up again. It's not going to last very long if we do break down. Okay, let's talk about the first news. Okay, the first item of our news today is crypto is effectively non-existent for big institutions, JP Morgan Gross says. Said what? Well, I'm like, okay. Now, money managers who have avoided the many ups and downs of cryptocurrencies may be feeling relieved for having done so, according to senior investment strategist at JP Morgan Asset Management. Yeah, okay. So he's just talking about his own portfolio management, right? So he probably avoided the crypto scene altogether, right? And now he's talking like, yes, I avoided all that nonsense. Oh man, yes. As an asset class, crypto is effectively non-existent for most large institutional investors. Yeah, money is non-existent for most institutional investors. In fact, I'm sure that most of them are not interested in crypto and scared of it because they don't get it. But there's a growing population that I'm sure in the institutional investors that are joining this club because there's a lot of money to be made and made very fast if they're willing to do the work, because that's all it takes. You just have to do some work. The volatility is too high. The lack of an intrinsic return that you can point to make it very challenging. Okay. Alrighty. So he's like, he's insisting that, this is not possible to make any kind of analysis on this particular field, and that's what it is. He can't point to it. So yes, it's not his thing, right? He's used to doing it one way, and he doesn't want to do it the other way, right? Which is to understand the crypto. In the past, there used to be some hope for that Bitcoin could be a form of digital gold or a haven asset that could provide inflation protection, but it is self-evident that hasn't happened yet. Hasn't really happened. Okay, so Gross is like engrossed with, not seeing the forest for the trees, right? Bitcoin, if you looked at it on a longer time frame, right, it has done extremely well, right? If you purchased the asset and held it over a long period of time. If you're looking to make huge gains over the short term, you have to trade it. And if you're going to trade it, you're going to have to understand the asset class. And that's really difficult for most money managers. Okay. OKX releases a second proof of reserves report. BTC, ETH, and USD comprise over 90% of the holdings. Yes. So you can see, I know it's really difficult for you guys to deposit money into exchanges. This is why I like OKX. It is the second world's largest exchange by trading volume. OKX has released its second proof of reserves report with the new features that let customers prove that it has enough assets to handle customer withdrawal. According to the report, which made public on Thursday, as of Tuesday, at 12 UTC. OKX wallet has this many Bitcoin, lots of Bitcoin, right? Worth almost $2 billion. So OKX is trying to show people that, hey, they're a solvent exchange. And that's always a positive thing. So if your exchange is not showing its proof of reserves, like, I don't know, Coinbase, might want to reconsider. All right. SBF found chilling in JFK airport lounge on $250 million bail bond. Okay, so yeah. The dark evil one. Yes. He's just sitting, chilling, right? Playing on his computer, right? And yeah, he was taking a flight, and I had to do a tweet there. He's like, there's a lot more people lost a lot more money, right, with my fake account, pretending to be me, to asking them to invest. Oh my God. That's what was one of my tweets, right? I had to put a meme to this one. So yeah, there it is. SPF just chilling, right? On his first class flight, right? Because, his jet's in the shop. Oh boy, I had to make fun of this, right? Because, if you don't make a light, you're going to cry. I know, because a lot of people out there got hurt by SBF and FTX. So FTX collapse shows crypto is too dangerous not to be regulated. Bank of England deputy governor says. Okay, yes, I get it, right? A lot of people can lose money in crypto. They can lose money not just through exchanges, but through losing their private keys, right? Losing, getting scammed by not just people who have bad exchanges, but, somebody comes up and says, hey, I'm Da Vinci. Just send me the money and I can hook you up with some investments. Please, people, don't do that. Don't do that. No crypto influencer is going to ask you for money. So just don't do it. Okay. All right. So with that said, I don't think regulation is going to help. It will just allow for the corrupt businesses to continue to operate unimpeded. This is how, Deutsche Bank is still alive, right? When it should be dead. And other banks around the world, which should be dead, are still alive. So, because they get bailed out by your money, because they print the money and give it to the banks that are dying. And that's the way it is. Now, with crypto, of course, if they don't have the crypto, well, that's it. It's game over. Whilst if they don't have the dollars, or the euros or whatever it is, they just print more. So yeah, this is the scam that our financial system is, and any kind of regulation is just going to allow you to be part of more dollars or more euros to ensure that, we've lost all your Bitcoin, we lost it, but hey, we can give you euros, we can give you dollars. And then, of course, that suppresses the price, right? And so you don't want that. You don't want those regulations. You want to be able to decide, okay, is this exchange really good? Should I actually deposit my money in there? You want to do that on your own. Okay, speaking about scam exchanges, we can see that the last 100 beat an exchange called QuadrigaCX collapsed in Canada. And the 100 Bitcoins, right, from this exchange that they had lost the keys for because the owner had all the keys and he had died somewhere in India. I knew that was BS. I knew it. You'd have to be a complete idiot to believe he died in India. He just decided, I'm going to get up and go to India before the exchange collapses, and then all I'm deciding, on my trip, I just happened to die and I lost the I was the only one with the keys. Only one. Okay, buddy. So yeah, he moved those 100 Bitcoins into a mixer, and yeah, obviously he's quite alive, the owner of QuadrigaCX, and it was not in any doubt, if anybody was looking into the story, whether or not he was alive. It was clear that he's still alive, and now we know for sure. Now the coins have been moved. Alrighty, well, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. Right, remember, right, you got to hold your own Bitcoin. You can't trust anybody with your Bitcoin, especially those that don't do any kind of proof of reserves, like, I don't know, Grayscale, or I don't know, maybe Coinbase. If you don't hold your Bitcoin, then they probably don't have it, and they've sold it into the market, causing the price suppression that we see today. That's 90% of the price suppression is Bitcoin sold into the market by these companies. Okay? Not your if it's not your keys, it's not your Bitcoin, and they can sell it, causing this price suppression. So do not allow them to do that by taking possession of your Bitcoin today. Thanks for watching, and see you guys next time. Cheers.